Hi, my name's Steve, my business partner Austin, and today we're going to talk about selling content marketing. That used to be a very common thing for people to sell. Content marketing, sometimes they'll call it maybe like copywriting marketing. They're slightly different, but they're related in a lot of ways. What does Austin have for me today? Aberdeen, South Dakota roofer. So we'll get a look at a little bit what they've got going on. But um, so what would you include in a content marketing retainer? Well, I definitely, for one, would include that in a bigger marketing package. I wouldn't just sell content marketing, although it used to sell quite a bit better. Between AI and a lot of other things, there's not very many local businesses that are just straight out buying content marketing. But you know, maybe the bigger change too. If you wanted to do strictly content marketing, you might reach out to a lot of the bigger ones. Will still try to build up that trust from people, and content marketing becomes a little more important. The local businesses are looking at this as part of a bigger program, and we'll talk about that. So, if you did lead with that to the local businesses, they're going to say, "What am I even paying for?" And you're going to probably stumble a little bit with that question. But what content marketing does do is it builds up trust in the community. And if you're a copywriter, you can convert things at a higher rate, those kind of things. You're trying to get more business coming to the company in writing. That's basically it. You're trying to write things down that'll get more business. Let's see what we got in any of these. Radiant Roofing and Siding. Let's see what their website looks like, and let's see how much content they're putting in there. So it looks like they don't have any kind of blog or anything like that. So if you were to do content marketing for them, it would strictly be trying to improve their conversions. Uh, or you could try to tell them that if they did a blog, it would be helpful. And you probably would get turned down. But that's about the only angle you got with that. Let's see if anybody else is doing anything else. All over roofing. Looks like. No, okay, they do have a blog here. So let's see what kind of content they got. All right, they're actually pretty active. So this company knows the value of content marketing, and they're trying to use keywords to to get more business. Roofing contractor, we can see there, roof repair, uh, inspection. So they're working those keywords over pretty good, which is how you do the blog. So you can see that there's some value there, but you want to tie this into the bigger picture, and I would say make that part of your SEO package, where you're also doing Google Business Profile, you're doing on-page SEO for these businesses, and content marketing. All that makes you much more valuable. So just trying to sell the content marketing right now is a hard sell, and the companies aren't going to see as much value in it as you're giving them. So that's why you need to tie it into other stuff. What should your core deliverables include? So if you were to go to a business with something like this, let them know you'll do um, however many blog posts a month you're going to do. And with an average word count, you want that word count to be at least 500 words to have any impact. So you're not going to want to go small on these. And maybe you're going to do 4 or 5 blog posts a month. You're going to repurpose that into social media. So you can do it in your Google Business Profile, Facebook, LinkedIn, the whole thing. So that's going to be your argument, and that's why you're going to include Google Business Profile. You can do an email newsletter, and you can tell them you're going to do keyword research to make sure that every blog post is hitting a keyword that's being searched in our community. I would have liked them to do a more local type of article. I'm pretty sure they're just taking these off of AI, but I would put top considerations for Aberdeen roofing installation, something like that, and just make it local, even if it's not necessarily specifically for that. That will help. Basic SEO, you're also going to do, you're going to have meta titles, description, internal links. You want to have schema markup done on it. You just want to have everything you can get in there to make each website, each post you do, every Google business profile post you do, make it as worthwhile as possible. And at the end of the month, you want to do a performance report showing them what you've done. I'm going to turn it over to Austin now, and he's going to finish us off.
So, what do you leave out of a content retainer? Paid ad management. I mean, you could upsell it if you want it. We don't include it on our stuff because I just don't think it's worth it, like that effective. I think we have a video talking about that. Video production. Unless they ask for it, they just don't need to do it. Unlimited revisions. Because someone could just like spam ask revisions and you'll be stuck the whole time. And then it depends. Some people leave out web design and like development work, but you can include that. It'll definitely make the price go up. How to price it? Give a rough range based on deliverable volume. Mention that pricing should scale with content volume and research time, not just content marketing as a flat vague fee. And for recap, just name the deliverables, set the boundaries, and price by volume. And you want to do that?
Okay, so yeah, so for the most part, what you're not trying to do is go to a local business. You're not trying to go to All Over Roofing and say, would you like to buy some content marketing? Because I will guarantee you're going to be flying out the door pretty quickly. They are not, nobody's looking to buy content marketing, not anybody. So you need to word it right. And we need to, to turn this into, um, a way where you can say this, that they're going to get extra clients. So if I were to go to All Over Roofing and I was going to try to sell them this, I'm going to say I've got a marketing package for you that's going to increase your ROI significantly, and we're going to do it with working on your Google business profile, doing content marketing across all these different venues, and so we're going to frame it differently. And even if it's the same thing, business owners will be much more likely to be interested if you're talking their game instead of your own game. It's like a roofer talking to you about, do you want this certain kind of nail for your roof or whatever, and you don't really know what he's talking about. Same thing when you're selling your content marketing. He does not want content marketing. He doesn't want your content. He doesn't understand why he wants it. But if you frame it different, then he will. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to comment, like, subscribe, we'd appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow.